I ended up getting into the Goldman recruiting process very early. I applied to 3 different conferences, and one thing I love about Goldman Sachs is that they value diversity. So I attended 3 different conferences that were all aimed at recruiting diverse students. The first one was a women's networking conference. The second one was a 2-day conference. It was a Women in Diversity conference, which was tied in with my interviews. And then I also attended a Pride Summit at Goldman Sachs, which is for LGBT business professionals. So all the conferences weren't just, recruiting top-level students. They were aimed at recruiting diverse students, which I really liked about Goldman. The Women in Diversity Conference, the first day was kind of an overview of Goldman Sachs as a company, and it taught you a lot about their culture. And then the second day we had back-to-back first and second round interviews. I'm working in the New York downtown office, and one thing that I'm definitely going to be doing is working with clients. I'm in the operations department. I actually just got my division assignment, and I'm working in commodities operations, which I find very exciting because the commodities markets are absolutely changing rapidly, and I think that's a really exciting place to be. So I'm thrilled with that placement. But one thing we do in operations is that for every sale or trade that's made, it's operations that works with the clients to really carry out the trade. Operations is a really great way to identify firms. If a client has a very good experience with an operations team, they're more likely to come back to that firm, which is one reason I really want to be a part of it. One characteristic that I really pride myself on is that I'm a very driven person. Driven to the point that I think sometimes I drive myself off a cliff. So it can also be a fault. But I think the fact that I'm so driven, whether or not you know everything or whether or not you possess all the skills required for a certain career or a certain position, if you're driven enough, you can learn. You can adapt, and you can find a way to fit in whatever you want to do. So I think that's really one quality that I need to continue to work on.